welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hey, what's up? My name is Tanya, and thank you all so much for joining in and watching this video. This video shout out goes to Francie Klopotic? I am the worst with names. Like, I should win a Guinness Book of World Records award for how terrible I am at pronouncing names. Oh my goodness. But Francie, you are so sweet. I love that you love my bubbly personality because you probably have a bubbly personality as well. And when I saw your comment pop up, that put such a smile on my face. And you are so not going to regret that BH Cosmetics purchase because that palette is outstanding. I have not been disappointed in a BH Cosmetics palette yet. They are so freaking good and so affordable, cruelty-free. They pack such a punch. You're gonna become addicted if you're not already addicted. I don't know if that's your first palette and you were just kind of trying to see what different palettes are like, or if you're already on the BH Cosmetics bandwagon train, but you're gonna love it. And thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button and becoming part of our Fawn squad, Fawn fam, Fawn community. Everybody is going to love you and your bubbly personality as well. So, today's video is on the Sephora Pro editorial because you guys voted and there were 16 votes for the editorial, 9 votes for the warm, and 6 votes for the cool toned. So if you guys want to sign off down below and vote some more between what you want me to do next on the warm or the cool tone, I'll just add those to the 9 and the 7 votes that I already have. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm just letting you know that obviously there's going to be time because today is July 14th that I'm filming this one. I'm not sure when this particular tutorial will be up. I'm going to try to get it up to you guys ASAP. But if you want to vote for some more votes for cool versus warm toned, I will tally them up because those two were very close. 9 to 7 is very, very close. This one, though, blew it out of the water. So, and then I wasn't complaining because I really wanted to work with this one first anyway. And before I get sidetracked, I did pop the lips on since doing my makeup. So I have ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in Honey Bee on for my main gloss. And then some of Kylie's from the Take Me On Vacation set, the Super Glitter Gloss in Glamour on top. Just kind of in the center a little bit, but it got so worn into the pink that unless you're like right up on my lips, you can't even see the sparkle from the Kylie. The pink is obviously all ColourPop. So now this palette. All right. The pigmentation is outstanding on all of the matte shades. They killed it. There is a lot of fallout, but as long as you do your eyes first, even if you do it like I do it, where I do my upper lids first, then I do my face, then I do my lower lash line, there was still quite a bit of fallout just from doing the lower lash line, but it brushed away really easily. But I did set it with just oh my gosh, MAC Fix Plus. It's been a long couple of weeks. I know I say that in like every video, but it's been a really long couple of weeks. And so doing it that way with at least having some setting spray down on my face, it really did wipe away effortlessly. But just keep that in mind. This is not a palette, and I'm assuming all 3 will be the same, where you can do a look if you're in a rush. This one, I took my time with a lot of blending. There's so much pigment that even when you go in with like one dab, it's like pigment on the mattes. And like I said, you have to be careful because there is so much fallout, so you do have to be mindful of that. And then this whole first row, well, sorry, up until these 2, this is all pretty subdued metallics, or the first 4 are kind of like intensified pastels, and then these 2 appear like they're gonna need a lot of building on. And I noticed I used this gold for my halo. I had put it on at first, and then when I went off camera to do my face makeup, it had started wearing down already. And I don't have greasy lids, oily lids, I just have normal skin. It was unbelievable. So then I put on some Too Faced glitter glue, put the gold back on top, and it is packing a punch now. So if you guys are to buy this palette, I really, really highly recommend that you have a glitter glue, whether it's Too Faced, NYX, I mean Violet Voss, Lit. There's so many different glitter glues on the market. As long as you have some kind of glitter glue, you need to put that down if you're working with any of the like crystal-y glitter shades, or they really go and fade into nothing. Even when I left the arm swatches on until I got dressed, the pigment ones stayed strong. Every glitter one faded down to next to nothing. So just keep it in mind. This is not a palette that you want to like have on hand if you're rushing, you're late for work, late for an event or whatever. It is a little bit trickier to work with. The payoff is amazing. I love the color impact you get from this. I love the glitter shades with glitter glue. You just do need to have all of that. And then, like I said, all the pros are all of the other stuff, you know, how pigmented it is, how much of a punch it does pack, how amazing it was to blend out a bunch of different shades. Like, it really, truly is awesome. I will keep blowing your palette in between shades to make sure you're not getting your colors mixed in between one another, and just make sure you're not in a rush, and make sure you have glitter glue if you want the glitter. So those would be my recommendations with probably all three. I cannot see the other ones being any different from this one in terms of formulation, but we're still gonna play with the other two so we have an idea. And what you see for a pink shade isn't actually just one of these. I kind of custom created my own by mixing a few of the pinks together, so you'll see that too. And I had a lot of fun playing with this palette. It is a little bit more time consuming, that's all. So if you guys want to see swatches of the entire palette, if you want to see how to get this eye look, know all the details, everything else that's on my face, then just keep on watching. This is the first row. And the first row does not swatch that impressive to me. It's more like they're subdued or intensified pastels rather. Subdued metallics or intensified pastels. So the white is just a typical white, which was the most powdery to the touch, where the other ones were not powdery at all actually. And remember, these are pressed pigments, which is a little bit different than just going in with an eyeshadow, because pigments are generally loose. So you do want to be careful when you are dabbing your brush in, your finger, whatever it is. So we have porcelain, white gold, rose quartz, Julie tea, moonstone. And I actually see myself using these for different highlights instead of eyeshadows because they're just too light of a wash of color for me. But I think that they would actually make really beautiful highlights depending on what the look is. And then I love these two, but they are more like an eyeshadow topper. I still wouldn't use either one of these probably on their own. This is ice, unless I built it up, and silver coin. So I'm going to wipe this away because the next three rows are where the party is at. Alright, this is the second and third row, and look how fun these colors are. I literally, like, oh my gosh, there are so many looks, but I'm still so drawn into this berry color, the coral, the orange, all of these different pinks and purplies are beautiful. The greens, I don't really like that neon green, but all of the other ones, the blues, these are stunning. And I had no issues swatching anything aside from the first shade. So far I'm impressed based on swatches. This is Tangerine, Amy, Eliza D, Tyla, I want to say, Maisha, Electric Violet, and Adi. That has like this deep, plummy, midnight shift it's so hard to describe because it's not really a metallic, but it's not duochrome. It's certainly not foiled, but there's different shifts in this tone and it's really cool. And that completes the second row. Then the third row we have Champagne, which is so beautiful. Jeffrey, which I don't like. Helen P, which is a little bit too light for me too because that one's a little bit more on the pastel side. Grass, this is gorgeous. All of these ones are gorgeous. Sean, Chris, and Dina. And then I have the fourth row on my other arm. So I'm going to go switch arms. So we have Pink Quartz, Wendy G, Lou. I love that this one's actually a bit of a different duochrome shade from what we usually see in palettes. It is slightly different, so I appreciate that. Caroline, so gorgeous. Hector E, David, and Ild. I don't know. That's just black with a little bit of silver glitter in it, but I really think the silver glitter will completely go away once it's being used. That's generally the case when you get a black shadow with glitter, and if it's swatched with like that little amount of glitter, I don't think it would hold up. But the rest of these metallics are really beautiful. So I'm going to go prep and prime my eyes while I try to figure out what the heck to do with all of these insanely beautiful colors, and I will be right back. Alright, I'm going to take the first shade in the palette, the white, and using my Milani All Over Shader brush. See, there is a lot of kickback, but if you press carefully and, you know, just, there's still kickback, but just you have to be careful with the pan. So I'm going to take my All Over Shader brush and pack this down first. Alright, there are no transition shades, so I'm just going to take my Viseart Neutral Matte palette and just taking the first shade just to lay something down aside from just setting powder on my eyes. I'm going to put this in the crease and above. Now I'm going to take the coral, staying with my Carity E31. But I want a really light wash of color. I don't want this to be super pigmented. Now I want to take the beautiful berry color, staying with my Carity E31, and for now trying to do a light wash of color again. They are not messing around with these pigments. These are so crazy pigmented. Even when you try to make it not crazy pigmented, they're just pressed pigments. These are crazy. I just put some of the white pressed pigment from this palette under my brows to clean it up for now, but that will not be the highlight. So now I'm going to take my MAC 248 brush and the hot pink. So hard with this palette because it's so big and doesn't fold over and takes up so much space. So I keep struggling every time I show you guys the shade. But I'm going to pick that up and put this on the inner corners and outer. Now using the same brush, I'm going to go back into the berry color that we used and go over top of the hot pink, kind of custom create my own pink. Now I'm so torn between actually these three different shades for what I want to do for my halo. Ah, they're all so pretty. I think I'm going to try the first one because it is so light, and if it's too light, I don't know if I'm going to go try to cover it up with which one yet. So let's start with maybe the first one and just see where it takes us. But I have sat here just staring at it like, which of the three do I want to put for a halo? And I cannot figure it out. They're just too beautiful. I still have the swatches on my arm, so I was like, ugh. And this one is just so light where I think it may not be enough of an impact for the color that I've created. But I'll try it first and then go from there, I guess. So I'm going to take my MAC 242 and dip into this baby. Yeah, see, this one does not, it's not even picking up a lot. Like, it's picking up nothing. I think you almost need your finger, which is a pain in the butt because I have nails. And I might, and then I can't Milani it up. Damn. Well, I guess let's just see. Yeah, that's not intense enough at all. It's really pretty. But until these get cut down next week, there's no way I can work with that with my fingers. All right, do I want to do the gold? I wish you guys could like give me a toll. Gold or rose gold, because that it's like a rose gold, coppery. Okay, I'm gonna go for gold. Even though part of me really wants to go for rose gold. Oh wow, I'm getting a lot more pigment with the gold. Okay. I'm gonna Milani her up. Now that is beautiful. I actually really like this because you can pack on the halo and then take the glitter and lightly put it over to fade it outward, which is really nice because often pressed pigments or anything that's this metallic or, you know, crystallized, you don't really have that flexibility. And I really like that this palette gives that flexibility to be able to spread that glitter out that way. So, fun fact. I would definitely recommend putting a glitter glue down first though. I wish I would have because I think that would give it a lot more staying power. I don't know, obviously this is the first time I'm putting these on, but I feel like it would start to fade away a little bit. Not the color pigments, but the crystallized, like the gold. I think after a couple hours of wear, it's gonna go down and down and down. So where glitter glue will totally eliminate that as being an issue. So that's the only thing that I would recommend is when you're using these, I'd put down a glitter glue first. But I'm gonna go finish up my face line, all of that, and then I will be back to do the lower lash line. So I finished up my face and we have a few things to talk about. I tested out another pair of the Anitude lashes and this is in the style Snobby. These are so dramatic. Oh my goodness. Like I looked at them and I'm like, okay, they're gonna be dramatic. And then I put them on and I was like, whoa, my eyes are open. You can't even see the eye. Look, you like have to be able to like blink and look down or away or from the side at least, but I mean I love them and considering how dramatic these are, they're next to weightless. It is incredible and the band is just so awesome to work with. Like I'm really loving these lashes. So I put 2 out of my 4 pair to the test so far, and I think I'm gonna have to order some more, but I don't know about this style because these are like a little out there even for me, and I like the drama. But if I'm looking at it like tilted or with my eyes closed or blinking, I like it. It's just open. It's one of those lashes that takes away your whole eye look, and I wasn't expecting that at all. So, yeah. And then I put on my Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Cover in N1. I can never 1 N3 Creamy Vanilla, but all this will be listed down below anyway. And then, Christy, you asked me about the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. This is a very nice light champagne. It didn't go with the look today. I needed something a little bit more gold. So I'll put this on the next time I have something where I can do a champagne, but it's not gold. I mean, it translates from this to like a nice light champagne color. It's really, really beautiful on its own. It is not a beaming highlight at all, but it is gorgeous. So today, I took my Makeup Revolution, no! I always drop things. My Makeup Revolution Triple Baked Highlighter in Golden Goddess. That was what I put on for my base on my cheeks first and then dusted that a little bit everywhere. And then I went in with my Anastasia Glow Kit, Ultimate Glow Kit. And I took the shade, this had so much love, Golden Dawn, and put that over top of this one because this wasn't bringing me enough gold for how gold the lid is. So I put Golden Dawn on my cheeks, and then I put Golden Dawn underneath my brow bone and White Sand in my inner corners just to do a little bit more of a brightening effect. Oh my gosh, but this is like, has so much love. It is a disaster now. Golden Dawn actually has a dent in it, believe it or not, with all of my highlights. And then I used my Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic Swish and Pop blusher in Love Glow for a little bit of pink added to my cheeks. I used my Ciate London Bamboo Bronzer in Palm Island to bronze up. I ended up putting Too Faced glitter glue over top of the gold, and I put more gold on top because just during the time I did my face, the gold actually did start to fade away. Like, that's mind-blowing that in 20 minutes just sitting here. I'm not sweating. I have normal skin. I don't have oily lids, nothing. The gold actually started fading, and it started fading more on my left eye instead of my right eye. I did my left eye first. I don't know, but it was like that quickly. So I so recommend the glitter glue, because now that I put the glitter glue on, it intensified it like so much. I could not believe how much this intensified it, and now it's locked into place and it has not faded one bit. So you need the glitter glue to work with the glitter shades in here. And then as usual, I used my Ardency in Modster pencil in black to tightline and do my waterline, and my Tom Ford eye defining pen for my wing. And I thought I was doing a very dramatic, bold wing until I put these lashes on, and then I was mistaken. So, and the lip color I have on right now is Charlotte Tilbury's, oh my gosh, this isn't part of her Hot Kiss Matte Revolution. I want to say this is part of her Matte Revolution lipstick collection, and it's in the shade Pillow Talk. It's just a really nice nude, kind of a nudie pink color, but more nude. I wasn't really sure what to do with my lips yet, because everything else is a very bam. So that does it. Oh, and I set my face using my Urban Decay, the Velvetizer. I'm loving this so much. Okay, so now that is everything, and I can zoom you guys in and we can get going on finishing up this lower lash line. So taking my little itty bitty BH Cosmetics brush, I'm just going to dip back into that first shade from the Viseart Neutral Matte Palette and smoke that beneath the lower lash line. Now taking the peachy shade, I'm going to smoke that one beneath the lower lash line using the same brush. I'm having a lot of fallout from these, so I hope brushes away easily. I'm going to dip into the berry color using the same brush. Now I want to take this shade and test that out beneath the lower lash line using my pencil brush. So I'm going to dip into that. This is very dark. I'm going to Melania her up and smudge this close to the lower lash line. Alright, the powder did wipe away like nothing, but my face is sprayed with MAC Fix Plus just to bring all the powders together. I don't think it would have wiped away had I not set my face at least with Fix Plus. I think it would have like grabbed into the foundation or other powders, because it did brush away easily, but that was a lot of powder. So I'm not going to mess around with the glitter on the lower lash line, but I do still want a little pop of glitter. So I'm going to take this NYX. It's the closest I have to like that gold. I might end up mixing some champagne in with it. I don't know if it's going to need lightening up. We'll see. I'm going to start with this one though. This is the NYX Liquid Crystal Liners in 101 Crystal Gold. Let's see how this compares. Oh yeah, that's definitely perfect. That's just enough. These just make my eyes burn. Ah, now it's watering. Things we do for beauty, right guys? Woo! All right, this makeup look is complete. I'm just gonna go get dressed and I will be right back. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed this eye look that I came up with, all my little tips for this palette and everything else in between, because it really was a fun palette to work with and I'm still happy that I have it. It's just not something that I would reach for on a daily basis. I think that these are more special occasion or for filming purposes if you guys have requests or anything like that, because like I said, it is a little bit more tedious to work with than other palettes, but it still is a beautiful palette. And for $68, it's a hefty price point up front, but you are getting 28 shades. So when you break it down, it's a couple bucks a shadow, so it's not too bad. It's just a hefty investment up front. And as well, there aren't really any transition shades. You know, you kind of either have to just be bold and go for it, or you need to have something else to mesh in with it and blend as well. So anyway, that does it for this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it or found it helpful. Please share it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, good night, good morning, wherever you are. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.